degrees. There's a handful of fans in the stands ready for this one. And the Concacaf women's qualifiers are broken down into 6 groups of 5. Group D looks like this: El Salvador, Panama, Barbados, Belize. And they will play 4 games. This is the first day of competitions of 4 match days between 2 windows. This first one in February and a follow-up match window in April.
A continuación, la zona del himno nacional de la República de Salvador.
Beautiful watching the national anthems of both Belize followed by El Salvador. The passion of these women is evident. So we get you set for this match. I'm Jordan Angeli. Thanks for joining me in this monumental game between these 2 nations as they look to qualify for the Concacaf Women's Championship later this summer. Natalie Simon is the center official from the United States. Let's get a look at the entire official squad there. And the captains of both teams. For this hosts, El Salvador, they start in a 4-4-2 lineup, captained by Priscilla Ortiz. She'll be playing in the center of that defensive 4. Brenda Sorin, 6 caps and 2 goals to her name. She'll start up front for El Salvador. On the other side for Belize, this is a squad who hasn't played an international match for a few years. They're looking forward to getting back out on the pitch. Jada Brown will captain the squad. Their center forward in goal is Jasmine Armstrong. They're gonna line up in a 5-4-1. The fans in San Salvador here at Estadio Cuscatlán excited to watch their women's national team play on home turf for a big World Cup qualifier. Now, we'll get to the nitty-gritty of what this Concacaf women's qualifiers looks like, the layout and all that when the game gets underway. But for these women from El Salvador to play in this stadium, it is a dream becoming reality. Something they've very much been looking forward to as they've been preparing for these matches. It's a good look at Adalia Serrano, the goalkeeper for El Salvador. She's got a cap to her name, and her counterpart on the other side, Armstrong, 25-year-old, plays for Verdes Rebels in Belize. Some last-minute instructions from the captain, Ortiz, getting her team prepared and ready to go for the first of 4 games in these qualifiers for each team. Ready and prepped to get it going. Brenda Soren over top the ball, waiting for instructions from Natalie Simon. First match day, a big match day, historic in Concacaf, as there's been a real push to get more games, more international games for nations within the Concacaf region. And this really the beginning of all of that. As always with these big games, it takes a few logistics to get everything prepped and ready, and the eagerness of both teams to get out there on the pitch ready to go. So we're waiting for the final whistle to begin play. The players staying warmed up. Ashley Rodriguez there, number 6 for Belize. About kickoff time here at Estadio Cuscatlán. And we're underway. El Salvador goes straight for goal off the kickoff. Goes right into the arms of Armstrong. Settled in the center by El Salvador. They're going straight back at it again. It's Soren. Crosses it. It's going to be an easy one for Armstrong to scoop up. Here comes El Salvador. Goes straight in to the legs of Michaela Bowden. Some good possession through the midfield. Cross to the far side, just over the head of Amber Marinero. She was slightly offside there, so Belize will have a second to get their feet back underneath them as El Salvador came right out the gate ready to press. Nearly scooped one up there. Soren faces their own goal. Shot gets deflected. Bowden clears it out. El Salvador has been in 14 months of preparation for this CONCACAF Women's Qualifiers. Their head coach, Eric Acuna, talked about how important the preparation was in this moment for women's soccer, for these women from El Salvador. They had 18 mini camps, 4 5-day spells of work throughout those 14 months to get prepared. And it wasn't just the full team who were at those camps, as we see Belize trying to get out of some pressure here. El Salvador wins it back. Soren goes from distance, but Armstrong handles it fairly easily. Those mini camps were not just the senior women's national team, but the under-17s and the under-20s. And there's a handful of women on this team who could play on that under-20 team and have been called into the under-20 team. One in particular, Emily Reyes, didn't get the start today, but she is a part of that U20 team who's been training with the senior team over the last 14 months. Here's El Salvador working it around the back. Amaya finds the ball central to Sanchez. Now it's Morales. Some good patterns there by El Salvador, but breaks up in the final third. Both these teams looking to get a little rhythm here early. Their first international match. There's a nice threaded ball through, and an early goal from El Salvador. Beautifully placed in. It's Yaslin Lopez in her third cap. Easily pushes the ball into the back of the net and puts the home side up 1-0 in the 4th minute. And the emotions of this moment are evident with the celebration. And it's Soren who's been really active already, getting the ball, coming in to be the playmaker, and just dishes a little through ball to Yaslin Lopez. And the composure she had here, Lopez keeps her run wide, uses the inside of her right boot and just bends it around Armstrong. This is gonna be a good view. The wide run of Lopez inside of the foot, places it in the back of the net and puts her team up 1-0 here in San Salvador. Belize with some pressure now on the back line of El Salvador. Heavy challenge on the near side. It's El Salvador who ends up picking it up. Soren leaves it for Lopez. She was in an offside position. It's good work there by Lambert to get the ball out of danger. High pressure again from El Salvador. But Belize connects right through the middle of the field. Good look from them. Polanco looking for the captain, Jada Brown, can't connect, but Belize still has the ball. Now, the way these two teams are playing with different formations, 5 in the back for Belize, maybe invites a little bit more pressure on their back line. When they have that outlet pass, it's going to be important for Jada Brown to keep it. Now we're back in the attacking third for El Salvador. It's Seren. She gets it across, but it's gonna be, I think the ball went out of bounds on the end line. Amber Marinero, the outside midfielder on the far side, makes a really good run here. So here's the run from Seren. She's been active, a lot of touches early on. And there it is, the whole ball over the end line. Good work by the assistant referee there to keep eyes on it the whole time. The last international games Belize has played were back in 2014. So this is a squad who still looking to become cohesive. They were tough results, their last few results in 13 and 14. All losses. But you can see the confidence of this squad already, willing to play through the pressure of El Salvador. Have some quality players. A lot of the players in these Belize side play together on their club teams. As El Salvador keeps it, moves it around the back. It's a mistouch there by Plata, and here comes Belize. Brown wants it in the corner, but can't quite get to it. You can see the look from Belize, though, on that quick counterattack, trying to get the ball to Jada Brown. See if they can spring her in with some of the space created by the attacking numbers of El Salvador. Good possession on the far side, but the goal scorer, Lopez, just ran herself offside. Here's a good look at it. It's a tight line. Hard to tell from that angle, but we'll trust the AR there. She was right in step with the line. So we get a restart from Belize. Michaela Bowden, 28-year-old. Played some soccer for Golden State FC in the United States. Down the near side, it's Seren with high pressure. Belize use Armstrong to give and go through the pressure of El Salvador. But it's enough pressure to just put the ball out of bounds. So it looked like Lambert was getting a little tussle there, and she is on the ground. Looks to be in some pain. She'll get looked at by the medical staff. You can see the misplay right before she went down. Getting a little treatment here on the near side. 22-year-old plays for Jewel Fury. There's a handful of players on this Belize team play on that same club team. That's nice going into a big tournament like this, just having some of the knowledge of your teammates, knowing where they like the ball, how they like to run, receive passes. We're going to utilize that here in a big qualifying moment for them. So I mentioned there's 6 groups of 5 in this Concacaf Women's qualifiers. The winner of each of those 6 groups will then qualify to play in the Concacaf Women's Championship this summer in Monterrey, Mexico. That was just announced yesterday that they will be the host of the championship. It's all to qualify for the World Cup in 2023. A good ball sent across, played back up into the mix by Rodriguez. But El Salvador can't get anything on it. Ashley Rodriguez for Belize draws the foul from Mara Rodriguez. 21-year-old senior at Providence College in the United States. Just gets a little too much of Ashley Rodriguez there. Commits the foul, and now her teammate Seren is off. Looking again to thread through Lopez, but it doesn't amount to anything. Big tackle by Bowden. El Salvador keep it.
Sorry, only six players.
Try to possess a little bit through Victoria Sanchez, who gets fouled by Captain Jada Brown. She gets a little talking to there by Natalie Simon. Bowden clears it away. Down the left side. El Salvador confident in playing those entry balls into the middle of the field. Even in pressure, nice little flip ball through. Armstrong off her line. And it looked like Lopez got pulled back, and she did. It was Kersha Pollard on the foul. I think if she doesn't pull back Lopez there, that's a clean tackle by her goalkeeper Armstrong. But Pollard doesn't really know what the foul was. Here's a good look at it. There's a little trip. You can see it. Leg goes out by Pollard. Clips Lopez. Ends up being a tough tackle between Armstrong and Lopez is still down after the play. Getting a little bit of treatment. Some of the reserves for El Salvador warming up just in case they're called upon. And Yoselin Lopez, the goal scorer in the 4th minute, looks as if she's going to be able to continue. She's going to be happy. She drew a penalty kick for her team. It looks like it's going to be her teammate who provided her the assist just a few minutes ago. Now, can Lopez get the assist on this PK by drawing it for Brenda Soren? Soren, it's saved by Armstrong and then cleared away by Pollard. Great save by Jasmine Armstrong. Big time for her, the 25-year-old pushing that ball out of harm's way. Belize playing up their right side. Another good look at that save by Armstrong. Really had a strong arm there. Belize plays it over the top. Brown chases it down. It's going to be a throw-in, an opportunity for Belize to put some numbers in the attack. Can't connect there. But the work by Brown, the captain, gets the ball back. 17th minute. It's Lopez. Can't get around Bowden. Lopez scored in the 4th minute. It was the 15th minute. A missed PK opportunity by Brenda Seren. A lot of the game so far being played in Belize's defensive half. So they're defending again here. Pressure on the ball, 3v1 there. They win the ball back and get fouled. Michaela Bowden, stand over this one. Sends it long, headed away by Ortiz. Controlled by El Salvador. They bring it to the near side. Amaya looking for Seren. A little too much on that one. And Armstrong's been eager off her line, knows this back line in front of her gives her a little space. She's gonna have to cover it, and she's done a good job so far. Lambert sends that to the right side. Now it's controlled through the center by Narvaez. Now it's Tiet. Good look at Mara Rodriguez. Her second foul in the last couple of minutes. Good defensive work rate from her. Big header clearance from the captain Ortiz. Sends that ball far and away from her defensive box. Belize playing through the center channel. Brown, it slips wide. Baez. Now Rodriguez. Concacaf can't quite get it. And here comes the quick counter from El Salvador. Nice touches by Seren, but there's that aggressive goalkeeping by Armstrong. Puts enough pressure on Seren. Just dribble into some help. The group that these two are playing in, Group D, also consists of Barbados, Aruba, and Panama. Each team will play 2 games at home and 2 games away. The winner of the group will advance to the championship. And Seren sends that right into the arms of Armstrong. But you can't give her too many chances. She has been active and opportunistic already these first 21 minutes for the home side. Here's a good look of Seren picking the ball off the back line. Her eyes were always to goal. Armstrong just held her line. When El Salvador's coach Eric Acuna was talking about how he wanted to build his team and what they've been working on, he said we just have to rely on what are our keys, what we're good at. It's working hard, being organized, and implementing some different systems. So as this tournament goes on, we'll see what El Salvador is able to play as far as systems and tactics go. But right now, a lot of those tactics have to do with high pressure from their number 9 and number 10, Lopez and Soren, respectively. And here those two come again. Soren dropping in, Lopez is offside. But now she's not, she gets it, chips it off the crossbar. Rodriguez with the follow-up. The crowd is loving it in San Salvador. Mara Rodriguez gets the call up. Plays in the United States for Providence College. And the joy to score for your home country is all over her face. It's a nice combination play on the far side. Yaslin Lopez goes for the cheeky chip, was right behind Rodriguez if she didn't put it in, but good follow-up by Rodriguez. Heads it in the back of the net, makes it 2-0 here for the home side. '23rd minute goal there by Rodriguez. Just like last time Belize got scored on, they're coming right back right away, trying to create something, maybe switch the momentum. Getting some good pressure on the ball. Not enough to prevent the long ball. As El Salvador looks to find Joanna Plata on the far side. Lopez. Morales gets double teamed, but El Salvador manages to keep the ball. Good possession here, Amaya. Now Ortiz. A little layoff to Lopez, who's in the box. Sanchez gets a touch on that. Keeps the pressure on. Plata into the box, headed away by Bowden. This is where it gets difficult if you're Belize, you're defending so hard and you have a lot of numbers back defensively in this more defensive shape that they're playing. Just with that one attacker. Jada Brown, it's hard to get that connection and hold up the play enough to let your teammates get some rest in possession. Far side, Soren. Looked like she was gonna take it from distance. Sanchez's shot ends up getting blocked, and this one goes well over the back of the goal. Andrea Amaya. It's actually her birthday today. Happy 19th birthday, Andrea Amaya. Not a bad way to celebrate. Get to play for your national team on a world stage here at home in the capital of San Salvador. time playing at this stadium too for these women. Not only do they get to host their first World Cup qualifier at home as they play out of the back, but they get to play at Estadio Cuscatlán, stadium which holds over 53,000 people in the capital of El Salvador, San Salvador. It's the biggest stadium in Central America. Seren showing off some of those big-time skills as she dribbles through the midfield, draws a foul in a really nice place for her team. She's been active, playing in between the lines, picking up the ball, not afraid to go after players, show some skill, a little chop back. Rolls it on the bottom of her foot, showing off some skill. You love to see it. Yaslin Lopez already has a goal on the day. This one gets deflected over top by Bowden. She's been in some good spots. Eight shots total for El Salvador already in this game. First corner kick for them. It's a dummy at the top of the box. Victoria Sanchez tries to one-time it and doesn't get enough on it. The pressure from El Salvador almost made it realistic to get another opportunity, but here's Brown. That's that hold-up play that's so important, and if you can't keep it, then draw a foul. It's exactly what she was able to do. Good work by the captain, sacrificing to draw something up for her team. Bowden's last service, it looks like she's standing over it, might serve it again. She has the ability to serve this that distance, get it in a dangerous spot. Looks like she's sending Giselle Canoque into the box to add some height to the mix. Doesn't clear that first line, but she tries to get pressure on it, misses the tackle, and here comes El Salvador. Nice little through ball, tipped, and that's gonna actually be enough to just disrupt the play. Good work on the far side by Lambert. Actually, that was Pollard on the far side with that touch, and she just clears it out for Brown. Almost 30 minutes into this one, I'm Jordan Angeli. Thanks for joining us for this Concacaf Women's Qualifiers. Seen 2 goals already from the home side. Both had a lot to do with the foot of that player, Lopez, and Rodriguez sends it over the bar. Lopez this time dropping into the mix, playing that playmaker role that Seren has done a lot during this match already. I've been impressed by Jasmine Armstrong. She's done a good job to keep her team in it here in the first 30 minutes. Some crucial saves, one of those being on a penalty kick. Good step. It's Alejandra Morales looking for Lopez, can't connect. Just pushed to the side by Tiet in the tackle. It's not going to find its way to Brown, but the high pressure from Belize starting to be initiated a little bit more now. Sanchez through to Seren. She's gonna be offside. You can almost hear a little tactics there from the sideline. See the line there for offside. Pressure by Seren, and Bowden just sends it out of bounds. Disrupts the play there. Bowden sends it into the air. El Salvador win the second ball. Sanchez, now to Seren. Rodriguez scored the second goal of the match. Nice little footwork here on the near side. Seren! Armstrong, good save there. Belize through the midfield. Baez gets it taken away. Lopez from distance. Armstrong scoops it up. Both Lopez and Seren in this 4-4-2 are playing. One drops off the back line. Here's Seren this time. She's gonna go 1v1 against Bowden. Can't get by her, but still has control. Numbers in the box. So she sends it to the far side. Who was that? Not Lopez. That was Sanchez thinking about the bike. I mean, we could have gone for a bike, huh? I think that would have been permitted. She double-checked her shoulder, though saw there was some people around her. I don't think she wanted to kick anyone, so. El Salvador end up fouling, and Belize restart. I was talking about Lopez and Seren playing as two strikers. There's been 3 offside in the game, and Lopez has had all 3 of those offsides, so that speaks to Seren getting the ball, that pocket of space in between the back line and the midfield, and Lopez is really stretching the back line, trying to get in behind quickly. A little too quickly. Those 3 offsides, that's some nice skill from Lopez, from Seren. Now to Lopez. We'll see how this goes. Ooh. Chops the defender once, twice, again. Lopez saved by Armstrong. Would have been something. Dancing on the ball. Gets her there. Yaslin Lopez sizes her defender up, chops it to her left. Good coverage by Jasmine Armstrong. That's Victoria Sanchez, 17-year-old. One of those young players for El Salvador. There's a handful of them that can play on that U20 team. Big tackle between Baez there for Belize. And it's Alejandra Morales, the 31-year-old. The oldest player on the pitch right now for El Salvador. Bowden directs her back line, gets them organized. Gets everybody marked up. I'm imagining she's gonna be a free range defender so she can go meet this ball with her head. You can see her dropping there by the 12. Ball to the top of the box. Pushed away by Belize. Here comes Brown, big touch around her first defender. Draws a couple more, beats the first one. Good help defense by Rodriguez. Brown needs a little bit of help. She's doing a lot of work up there. There's Erica Cunha. Been helping out, as I mentioned earlier, with 3 teams. Not only the senior team, but the under-20s and the under-17 squads. And El Salvador spoke to Concacaf just about the support, not only from the governing body of Concacaf, but also from FIFA, how last few years have felt more inclusive. It's felt more personal for them. That's been this whole push. Really, it started with Karina LeBlanc when she worked for Concacaf, rebranding to Concacaf W, getting more games for these women, international games that can increase their competition level. It's really come to fruition now as these qualifiers are a big day in Concacaf women's history. Concacaf President Victor Montagliani was saying that today is hugely important. It's a milestone for women's football in our region. You can't help but feel inspired. That's exactly what I think these two teams feel, and this opportunity to compete in these matches, to try to earn a spot in the championship this summer. It's a big foul by Bowden there on Seren. Part of that increase by Concacaf women. See a little clothesline by Bowden there. As the number of matches played for the women this year, and that's in youth age groups, as well as the senior team. 188 official matches to be played in Concacaf. Big time opportunities, and this one's a big time opportunity too. Just nearly missed there from distance. Alejandra Morales thought she'd give it a go. Didn't miss by much. Would have dipped a little bit sooner. It really would have challenged Armstrong. El Salvador win it back. Cleared away by Belize. Brown holds it up. They connect through the midfield. Good patience here. Lopez running onto this through ball. Pops up. She gets it back under control. Cleared away, and that's gonna be our second corner kick of the game. 40th minute. The goals came in the 4th minute by that woman, Yaslin Lopez. And then Armstrong, who you just saw in goal for Belize, saved a penalty kick to keep it 1-0. And 10 minutes later, Mara Rodriguez made it 2 for the home side. Amaya, the birthday girl, from the corner. A volley near post. It was Sanchez again. She's not afraid to try some things. I like it. Looks like her plant foot slipped a little bit on that volley. We see early substitution here. Elali Hernandez comes in. 21-year-old, plays for Washington State University in the US. She'll replace Alejandra Morales. 41st minute there. Hernandez is a senior at Washington State, as foul on the far sidebar. Marinero. Foul committed by Brown there. Hernandez is from Huntington Park, California. Washington State has had some good teams over the last handful of years. 15 starts with them, 68 appearances over her time. In Washington. Handful of assists as well. She slides into the middle, replacing Morales just after 41 minutes. We'll see what Acuna has drawn up for his team as they keep the ball in their attacking half. Lopez lets it roll through and cleared out of bounds by Belize. This is the third match total so far in the Concacaf women's qualifiers. Guatemala scored 9 goals against the U.S. Virgin Islands in the first game earlier today. And Cuba played to a 3-0 victory against St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Those 2 games, teams a part of different groups. There's a foul in the corner, a throw in for El Salvador. Seren tries to flick it, Bowden doesn't clear her box. Nice feet there on the far side. It was Hernandez. Bowden's been fearless, heading everything out of danger. Corner from the far side, near the 6. It's Sanchez who picks it up again. Now Lopez chops it back across the face of defenders. And Armstrong, steady in goal, brings it in. Through the midfield, Lopez. Good connection here from El Salvador, but overhits that connecting ball to Rodriguez. There's a good look at Hernandez. Entered the game in the 41st minute. We're gonna see 2 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this first half in San Salvador. Seren clips it in. What a little touch. There's still an opportunity here again. Rodriguez cleans up the trash and puts it away. Her second of the day, third for El Salvador. Nice through ball here. Well done by Victoria Sanchez to mix it up there. Takes it off her chest, gets in a little bit of a tough challenge there. But the aggressiveness from Mara Rodriguez, her ability to stay in the play, keep herself alive, hunt the ball down. She just slips it in. 2 goals for Rodriguez on the day. Lambert's gonna get some more medical attention. She was down earlier in the match. She gets some more treatment behind the bench as El Salvador gets some instructions from their head coach, Erica Cunha. And a little hydration. 85 degrees at kickoff. A little bit of a breeze, but probably not enough to cool them off. Three to nothing. 2 goals by Rodriguez. 1 by Lopez to start it all off. As we enter the last few seconds here of the first half. Cleared away. And that'll be it. 45 minutes down. The hosts, El Salvador, up 3 goals to nothing on the visitors, Belize. There's your goal scorers, Rodriguez and Lopez, making it 3-0 for El Salvador over Belize in this Concacaf Women's Qualifier. We'll be back to bring you more just after this. Welcome back to this qualifying match here for CONCACAF Women in San Salvador, El Salvador. Beautiful day for a football match. And the hosts came out ready to play, bringing the pressure on Belize right away. And these Salvadorans were excited to have their women playing in their home stadium and scoring the first goal 4 minutes into it. Yaslin Lopez with a nice threaded ball through from her teammate, Brenda Seren. Look at that, the passion for her country. Puts the first one on the board. And Lopez and Seren have been active. Lopez thought she got another one, a brace, but it was going to be the first of two for Mara Rodriguez, as she nods this one into the back of the goal off of the cheeky chip from Lopez. And here's the third goal. Clever bring down by Sanchez in the box, but Rodriguez, again, proactive in her movement, keeping herself available, cleans up the garbage, puts the ball away. She claims the brace in the first half. 3-0 for El Salvador over Belize. During halftime, I'm gonna give you guys a look at what's been going on. A lot of it has to do with the hosts. El Salvador, 17 shots, 10 of them on goal. Jasmine Armstrong for Belize has made some quality saves. 1 yellow card for Belize, that one going to Kersha Pollard. The possession slightly in favor of El Salvador. And all 3 of those offsides from Yaslin Lopez. It's been an active first half for El Salvador. We'll see what happens between these two teams when we come back, second 45, just after this. Welcome back to Estadio Cuscatlán in San Salvador, El Salvador, where the hosts are in the lead 3-0 over Belize. One of the goals coming off of the boot of Yaslin Lopez, as you saw right there, and Belize will get us underway here. 45 more minutes to go. High pressure right away from El Salvador. And it's gonna be Reyes, you saw just chasing the ball down. Karen Reyes, number 21. And Ashley Cruz make their way into the game. Belize trying to get it out of their defensive third. Kept in, long shot from distance by Hernandez, but it's over the bar. Gotta be 40 yards out there. Armstrong saw it all along, already chasing down the next ball to get it back in play. Cruz. Ball bounces over her head. So you get a good look at Giselle Concacaf. It's gonna be Juana Plata with the service. Good looking ball right into the head of Michaela Bowden, picking up where she left off in the first half. So many good quality defensive headers from her. Pressure by Seren. Forces the Belize turnover. Now El Salvador have it again in their attacking third. Cruz to Hernandez. Shot from distance. It's Victoria Sanchez. It goes wide of the mark. Belize has been confident in trying to play out of these situations. A really good look from them to the near side. Okay. Now it's Pollard. Doesn't connect. A little fumble there. Brown looking to slip the ball through and can't find Blanco on the far side. Here's Brown again, chasing the captain, Jada Brown. Will go again. Actually the first we have seen of Adalia Serrano, 22-year-old in goal for El Salvador. Here's Serrano again, distributing out of the back to the far side. Amaya looking for Karen Reyes. Reyes, the 24-year-old halftime substitution. Three substitutions out of a total of 5 made for El Salvador. The shot by Lopez, always rising. She's not afraid to give it a go. The pressure her and Seren have put the back line under continues here. Hernandez is not going to be able to get there, and Belize break it up. So a total of 5 substitutions allowed in the CONCACAF women's qualifiers. 3 substitution windows. Halftime does not count, so Belize still has 3 substitution windows available. For El Salvador, they have 2 windows and 2 subs. Taken away, Seren in the box. Goes with the outside of her foot. The coverage by Armstrong. So good. Strong off her line, big sliding tackle. Save in the 50th minute for her. Add it to the list of many she has already today. Brown gets it punched away, but Belize keep it. Polanco looking now for Tillet. She wanted Rodriguez to continue her run. Doesn't quite get there. Picked back up by Polanco. Reyes disrupts the play. Seren flicks it on. Now Reyes, big tackle by Michaela Bowden. Reyes still on the ground. Seren threads through. The save by Armstrong on Rodriguez. Would have been 3 for her tonight, but Armstrong comes up with the crucial save. It's a nice threaded ball through once again by Seren. Armstrong's really good at holding her footing, not diving too early, being patient, watching where the shot goes as she pounces on that one. A bike attempt by Seren. Didn't get much on it, but we'll give her some bonus points for the effort. Brown has it taken away. Hernandez. Played long by Plata. Easy possession by Armstrong. Here comes the pressure. Cruz trying to get some pressure on the back line. Ortiz gets tangled up with Jada Brown. Ends up getting fouled, and the hosts, El Salvador, will restart. Reyes heads it forward. Handball called by Natalie Simon, our center official from the United States. Intervenes here as things get a little feisty between Baez and Lopez. Dangerous spot here. Looks like we're going to see our first substitution for Belize. Beatrice Alfaro is going to be coming on. For Violaine Lambert. And Kersha Pollard is going to be replaced by Katie Jones, the 19-year-old. Both in the 54th minute. Back to action, Seren over this one. 3-man wall. The ball goes around the wall and in to the side netting. Celebrate, Seren. What a goal. Brenda Seren has been instrumental in how her team plays so far today. Pulling pulling the strings, and right here, she put it on a rope right into the corner. Different kind of string, but she's doing all the work. What a good goal by Brenda Seren. 4-0, Salvador over Belize. They keep the pressure up. Lopez, saved by Armstrong. Represses on, Morales wins the ball back. Here's Lopez connecting with Hernandez. She wants to go from distance. It gets deflected, but a lot of numbers in the attacking third for El Salvador. Belize is aware of that. If they can get a counter here, they could have an opportunity through Jasmine Brown. Look at all the blue jerseys forward. Good dribble. Plata tries to get to the end line, just a little too much on that last touch. Armstrong restarts quickly. Rodriguez sends it into the mix. Seren gets her head on it, but I think a little surprised that it actually ended up getting through. First goal was in the 4th minute by Yaslin Lopez. Assist going to Brenda Seren. Then Rodriguez scored back-to-back in the 23rd minute. And in stoppage time of the first half. And a nice set-piece goal by Seren, the 54th minute. Big challenge there between Ortiz and Brown. And the medics are immediately called on as both players grabbing their heads. Huge collision between Brown and Ortiz. And right away, both of them both players are up, and the medics can find their way off the field. Head injuries have become a part of the game that is taken much more seriously now. Whenever there is a potential head injury, play stops. Help gets called. Looks like both those players are all right. Both play with a tenacity, one defensively, one offensively. It's good to see that they're okay and will be able to continue. It's gonna be Michaela Bowden taking it from distance. Some challenge in the box. A Belize player went down. It's Katie Jones. Came in just a couple minutes ago. Getting in the mix already. Trying to keep herself onside there as Bowden instructs her teammates, take some different positions. Bowden sends it on frame, but not enough to get past Serrano. She distributes quickly, and El Salvador have a lot of numbers going forward. Rodriguez gets it taken away. Here's Rodriguez for Belize. Brown mixing it up with Ortiz right away, gets fouled. Wants the ball, can she restart it quickly? She wants to. Look at that foul. Getting a little too much. Of Brown is Priscilla Ortiz, the captain for El Salvador. Ball sent in, Brown wanted a diving header. Well played by Serrano, coming off her line, controlling it. How about that touch? A little bit of skill from Seren. Advantage played. She'll dribble it centrally and has been so good at finding the final pass already today. Couldn't quite get that one over the head of the opposing defender on the far side, and Belize regained possession. Reyes looking from that ball from Seren. Seren into the box, good dribble. Armstrong pushes it away. Is it enough to keep it away from the goal? Barely. Oh. Ashley Cruz came into the game just a few minutes ago and almost put her name on the score sheet. That's going to be the end of the afternoon from Yaslin Lopez. She opened up the scoring in the 4th minute for El Salvador. Ashley Anaya will come in for her. Big round of applause by the home fans. Cruz finds Sanchez. Now here's Hernandez. Pushes it wide for Rodriguez. Numbers in the box for El Salvador. Good first touch on the far side. Amaya gets it taken away. Look at the work from Brown and Sanchez there. Both desperate to get possession for their team. Brown ends up fouling Victoria Sanchez. Flicked on. Confident touches from Belize here, coming down the near side. Concacaf gets it again. Nice spin out. Centrally, Brown. She's offside. Good line by El Salvador. Brown trying to find her way through. It's a good dribble centrally. Ran herself offside. Maybe 2 touches before. She could have kept herself on. Near side, it's a substitute. Anaya looking for Seren. Seren showing some good footwork. It's a shot from distance by Hernandez. And Armstrong adds to the tally of saves in this game. .25 shots so far in this game from El Salvador. 13 of them on target. 9 saves by Armstrong. Reyes And Armstrong catches it out of the air. Sanchez can't bring it down. Here comes Brown. Good long touch. Can she get around the goalkeeper? Serrano does enough there with her feet outside the box to deny a goal-scoring opportunity. That was the chance for Jada Brown. She timed it perfectly. A good first touch off her thigh and then just zooms past everybody. That tackle, Bedelia Serrano had to be perfect, and it was. Ortiz over the top of Brown. Anaya looking for Seren, can't connect, but Hernandez will pick it up. 3v3 here. Seren, Reyes, Hernandez. Seren who go herself, and it skips past the near post. It's actually a great save by Armstrong. Seren sizing up her defender, brings it inside. And that little bounce right there makes it difficult. It almost looked like from the first angle it slipped through the hands of Armstrong, but no, pushes it wide. Corner kick for El Salvador. Great save yet again from Armstrong. Plata. Good driven ball, far post. Guess who it is? Third goal on the game. Mara Rodriguez puts it away. Sometimes scoring goals is just being willing to put yourself in the right situation. Being active, being alert, and being ready, and Rodriguez has been that in all three of her goals today. This being the last, the service in by Plata was absolutely perfect. A hat trick from Rodriguez. 5-0 El Salvador. To the far post, Reyes can't get on the end of that one from Anaya. Thanks for joining me. I'm Jordan Angeli, bringing you guys through this first match in Group D for the Concacaf Women's Qualifiers. We're in San Salvador, capital of El Salvador, at the beautiful Estadio Cuscatlán. You can hear some of the El Salvadoran fans in the stands cheering on their senior women's national team. For the first time ever, they get to watch them play in a World Cup qualifier on their home turf. It's a big moment for not only these women, but for their families, for the federation there, for all the Salvadorans who support them. The road to 2023 Women's World Cup in New Zealand and Australia. This is where it starts today. For Concacaf, it's 6 groups of 5 teams. This is Group D. The ball gets sent up and over by Plata. Just can't get her foot quite around it to bring it back into the mix where all the players from her team were. Over the next couple months, really 2 playing windows. This one in February and one again in April. 30 teams from the Concacaf region will compete in the qualifiers. All of them ranked 3rd or below in Concacaf. The United States and Canada get a bye for being ranked 1st and 2nd to the championship. And Brown is out again. Serrano tackles it, but it's left on the ground. Brown still has it. try to make something of it here. She needs some help, though. She gets it from her teammate on the far side. But Reyes scoops it up and gets it back for El Salvador. Reyes with some speed. Can't connect with Seren. Belize look to build through the middle third. Keep a little possession. Here's Anaya, just came in, takes the shot. Another big, strong arm from Armstrong. The substitutions for El Salvador have come in and been willing to get after the back line of Belize. That was Anaya, before it was Reyes. They know every goal counts in this qualification. The best team, only one team from each group, make it on to the championship this summer in Monterrey. What a header at the back post. Feels like Victoria Sanchez has been knocking on the door through 71 minutes. I think she thought she had one there. Plata plays just another great ball into the mix. Strong header by Sanchez. El Salvador will next play Aruba. Aruba will host them. Then they'll have Barbados and finally finish at Panama as Seren finds Anaya. It's blocked by Belize, again by Anaya. She sends it off her shin and out of bounds. Good look at the volley. Effort by Anaya. For Belize, they'll host Panama on the 20th. They defend well here. And then in the next window in April, they'll have Aruba on April 6th, and they'll go to Barbados on April 12th. Another substitution here. This will be the last one for El Salvador, and I think she deserves that giant smile. Hat trick for Mara Rodriguez. She gets a little golf clap from her teammate. Stephanie Garcia, the 25-year-old, will make her way onto the pitch here on the 74th minute. She gets a little chant from the crowd, Mara, Mara. Looks like Garcia is just a like-for-like substitution as she goes over to the far side to replace Rodriguez. Good high pressure through this whole match by El Salvador. They keep it up here. So then flicks it over the top. Reyes chips it to the back post. It's over the head of Anaya. She'll chase it down. Sends it back in the mix. Reyes tips it in and has everyone join her in the corner. What do they got up their sleeves? Some good celebration. The substitutes keeping the pressure on. Cannon Reyes sends this ball over for an she can't get it to it initially, and then Reyes continues her run. What a crucial run. Beats that first defender, beats the goalkeeper to the near post, and all it needs is a touch. She gives it that, pushes it away. 6-0 El Salvador. That goal in the 75th minute by Reyes. That'll be it for Kelsey Polanco for Belize. Replaced by Ray Burgess, the 18-year-old. Cruz. Can she get there? Anaya keeps it in. Gets her head up, brings some more teammates into the mix. Put all the blue jerseys in the box on the far side. The only person up for Belize is Brown. Bowden steps in, disrupts that attack by El Salvador. Reyes just scored a goal a minute ago, trying to get an assist, but that one sent up and over by Ashley Cruz. And doesn't get enough on that one. The repress by Garcia. She picks the ball up. Saw that there might be some space there, far post, and was trying to sneak it past Armstrong. Seren has shown some good skills throughout the day. A little taste of it right there. Reyes now on the near side. Deals with the first challenge, draws a foul by Baeza. It's a nice little bit of skill by Reyes, just keeping herself away from the pressure. Minute, 6-0. The hosts El Salvador over Belize. Opportunity here, Seren over the free kick. Seren, far post. Sanchez, so close. Belize under pressure, playing it out of the back. It's a good look at Reyes. Went to Marymount University in Arlington County in Virginia. Grew up in Virginia. Now plays her club career in Finland. She just made her debut with El Salvador back in November 19th. On November 19th, I should say. The 1-0 loss to Honduras for El Salvador. They played 3 games last year. They lost them all, but they were tight results. of those losses to Nicaragua as Sanchez, it's dragged back there by Jones. Hernandez. Anaya lets it go. Little push through by Garcia. Some creativity on the far side here as Anaya just dummies it, lets it go overhead, and then Garcia outside of the foot, looking like she was trying to Meg Armstrong there for the final pass into the goal. It's gonna be another corner kick. This time by Amaya, outswinger, sent away by Belize. Brown, using her speed, here comes Brown. She wants it again, Jada Brown in space. Serrano doing such a good job, playing off her line and just picking off any long touch that Brown has. Ooh, big collision there. Seren trying to be tricky on the last touch. Great timed run by her, flicks it up and over. Belize playing out of their back half. Good footwork by Rodriguez. Threads it through for Burgess. Now a long ball. Serrano was patient, let it come into her box, picks it up. We'll restart for a team, but she plays it right back to Belize. Burgess. Now Brown. Brown shot with her left foot. Not enough power on it to challenge Serrano. Seren slips it through to Anaya. Good defending on the far side. Carlene Tilley. Six goals in this game for El Salvador. 3 of them in the first half. Lopez with the first one, and then 2 by Rodriguez, and then Seren with a set piece goal in the 54th. Rodriguez and Reyes added to that tally. One of those, the last one from a corner kick. El Salvador tries to get something on this corner kick. Brown outworking her defender. She keeps running, connects with Amara Baptiste. And Baptiste can't connect the next pass. The shot by Anaya, off the mark. She's been active in good places for El Salvador since she came in the 62nd minute. Reyes finds her. Really solid cutback pass by Reyes. Just want to correct myself. I said Amara Baptiste was up front. It's actually Katie Jones for Belize. She's playing up there with Jada Brown, trying to help create something for her team. Just over 5 minutes left in this one. Reyes slips by one defender. Excuse me, that's Anaya. Here's Reyes. Off the face of the defender. Reyes gets it again, but cleared away by Belize. Plata controls. They switch the point. 4 players along the back line. It's Sanchez. Man, does Sanchez want one? Victoria Sanchez, 17-year-old. Reyes jogs off that tough tackle in the box. Ortiz gives it away in the midfield. But her teammates clean it up. Far side. Garcia. Now it's the other way. Belize. Stripped of the ball. Reyes is on the run again, sizing up her defender. Okay. We'll take that bit of skill. Doesn't amount to anything, but probably will be on the highlight reel. Karen Reyes, watch this. Whoop. See ya. Reyes is on the ground again as Armstrong bobbles it. Slips out of her hands, another corner kick. Reyes has been struggling after that hard challenge, but her teammates get back after it. Seren on her right foot. Good save by Armstrong, flying through the air. Looked like potential for a head injury in the corner. It's actually not. It's looks like the lower body there of the El Salvador player. I think it's Joanna Plata. She comes up for these corner kicks on the left side. They play a short corner this time, and they just get their legs tangled up. Armstrong showing some acrobatics. Plata's back up. So her coach asks for some water for her. Flicked on, Brown in space. Is this her chance? Jada Brown cleared away by the backtrack of Hernandez. Jada Brown has found a few opportunities just like this. That one with more defenders around her than the previous ones. She earns a corner kick though. First corner kick of the game for Belize. It's Ashley Rodriguez. Bowden with her hands up in the box. And I would play it to her head too if I were Belize. She is good in the air. It doesn't quite get to her, and El Salvador just cleared away. Seren chasing the ball down. Last minute of regulation here. Nice little touch around Plata was Burgess. down. The battle of the twos. Just pushed away by Amaya, but kept in. Belize with a good cross. No one on the end of it. Looks like we got a cramp here. These players have been putting in a lot of work. 85 degrees at kickoff. We're gonna have 2 extra minutes added to the end of this one. From the Estadio Cuscatlán in San Salvador. The first time this El Salvador team on the women's side has gotten to play a World Cup qualifier on their home pitch. And they have come out and put on a show. 6 goals, 3 of them coming off the boot of Mara Rodriguez. Their coach showing a little bit of skill. He's probably gonna get some whistles from the crowd right on cue. Oh, here we go. We gotta see it again, right? Oh, how about that? Sit in. Oh, so patient, so good. Sends it into the mix. Headed away by Bowden. Plata. Good battle between the 2 5s here. We've got some oles happening. Seren beat 1, tried to beat 2. Belize just does enough to get a boot on it. Is there enough time for Belize to get one more opportunity? Maybe the throw-in goes to Belize into the 2nd minute of stoppage time here in El Salvador. Concacaf trying to find Burgess. The last push there by El Salvador. Hands in the air, cheers from the crowd. Big time victory in the first game of this Concacaf women's qualifying. For Erica Cunha, is El Salvadoran women's squad. How about the work from Jasmine Armstrong, goalkeeper for Belize? A number of quality saves from her. El Salvador is going to leave the pitch here at Estadio Cuscatlán to some cheers, to some smiles, to a big victory in their first qualifying game, trying to march their way towards the FIFA Women's World Cup next year in Australia and New Zealand. And this is the first step, first day of qualification. It's a big victory for them. Reyes, Lopez, and Anaya there celebrating. What a game by these women. They applaud their fans. Number 7 there, Mara Rodriguez, a hat trick on the day, 3 goals to her name. It's big hugs from her teammates. We're gonna look at the beautiful stadium in the heart of San Salvador. And the fans that came to watch their senior women's national team compete in this Concacaf women's qualifier. The first of 4 games for both squads. El Salvador takes the first one. 6 goals to nothing. birthday bath, I think you call it. Andrea Maya, 19 years old. So I think you get 19 water bottles poured on you. I think that's how it goes. Probably feels good after a hot game. Happy birthday to number 2, Andrea Maya. And if you missed some of it, well, let's recap what happened here in San Salvador at Estadio Cuscatlán between the hosts El Salvador and Belize. Right from the get-go, these teams came out to get after it, and it was high pressure right away from the hosts El Salvador. 4th minute, Jocelyn Lopez gets a little threaded ball through by Seren, pushes it home and puts her team up 1-0. And an emotional celebration from her, tapping her crest, kneeling on her knees. It was a great effort from her. She draws a penalty. Seren in the 15th minute can't convert it, and it's a great save by Armstrong. But then just a few minutes later, 23rd minute, it was Lopez off the crossbar, and then Mara Rodriguez, just reading the play, gets herself in a position where she can just tap it in with her head. That is the first of 3 goals for Rodriguez. So there's more to come. The second one right here, a good tough touch off of Sanchez, and then Rodriguez doing whatever she can to just clean it up, keeping herself alive. Sanchez takes the brunt of it, and Rodriguez gets the glory. 3-0 going into half for El Salvador, and they come back out in the second half. And it was a handball here, the 54th minute, that set up a brilliant free kick by Seren. Brenda Seren is probably the player of the match in the first 45, just so active in what she was doing, and then she puts it away. Gives thanks, and then keeps working. It was a really good game by Jasmine Armstrong. The goalkeeper for Belize faced a plethora of shots. And it was her and her defenders doing the most in a lot of those moments to keep the score as minimal as possible. This one being one of the big saves by Armstrong. Brenda Seren wanted their second goal. She just dribbles inside, pushes it past her defender, and Armstrong knocks it away. Plata on the assist here for the 3rd goal for Mara Rodriguez. The 5th overall on the day for El Salvador. Effective. Rodriguez scored every shot she had on frame. Then the last goal will come like this. It's Reyes sneaking to the near post, getting a tip on the ball by Anaya. The 2 substitutes connect in the 75th to make it 6-0. It's a lovely little touch there. Just enough to sneak it by Armstrong. And that's how it ends here, 6-0. As we look at the shots that Belize faced, 17, 11 saves for Jasmine Armstrong in this Belize squad. Only 1 yellow card. It was a clean game overall. Possession slightly favoring El Salvador, but the top score is what really matters. In this first game of Concacaf World Cup qualifiers, El Salvador takes 6 goals over Belize here in the capital, San Salvador. It was a great match this afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us. That's how it ends. El Salvador 6 over Belize 0. Have a good night, everybody.